things from being cluttered. But this is our most recommended product. This is the one that we prefer people use in their homes and their environments for a couple of reasons. One, it performs the best when it comes to pH and ORP and the antioxidant and mineral concentrations and all those different properties that we look for with our water. This is the one that gives the most potent performance over the long term. Number two, this is the one that cleans the water the best. There are seemingly thousands of different possibilities when it comes to tap water. And we know with our MAXX system, which is RO based, reverse osmosis based, we can strip out high 90% of all those toxins in our water and offer the cleanest water to our customers as well. It gives us a little more peace of mind that you're getting something that's not only quality and it's going to last a long time, but it's a little bit safer as well. So this is our number one recommended product. And what I want to do tonight is walk you through the various paths the water will take through this system, so you can understand how all the cartridges work, how we design this, how it functions, and can get a good idea if this is something that would work in your home or not. And then we're going to spend some time after this talking through some of the specific questions that we get about RO systems and how we've worked to kind of engineer those problems out or solve those problems. And then also cover some things that differentiate the MAXX really from other products on the market, other RO systems on the market, other alkaline or electric ionizer systems on the market, and talk to those issues specifically in shorter snippets of videos. So let's just start with this one and give you some dimensions on this. It's about 17 inches tall. It's about 7.5 inches or so wide. See, there's basically 2 rows of cartridges in here, and it's a good 12 inches or so just in width. If you just think about that in your countertop or in your sink space, this will typically take up half of the sink space underneath a normal home in the United States. The water flows in first into the back of the unit here in this red tube. And this is our sediment cartridge. All of these cartridges, as I'll show you right now, are very simply, you just unscrew them off. They're tapped on the top, they're threaded already to go, so they can just pop right in. It takes about a 1 minute time to change all of these cartridges and get your system back up and running when it's time to change the filters. But the first step is a sediment cartridge. And this is to take out all of the larger particles, the different things in our tap water that, we'll think of it like a sieve or a strainer. This gets the big stuff first, the easy things, and protects the next stage of the system. All RO systems are really designed with around the membrane. It's the most important piece of the product. Ours is right here in the middle. And so anything on the front side of the membrane is made to protect the membrane, to make sure it's functioning as well as it can for as long as it can. Anything after the membrane is typically used to improve the taste. When RO water sits in a tank, it gets kind of stale, it doesn't taste very good. So a lot of systems will have another carbon cartridge on the top or a slap on the side somewhere to improve the taste. And then you'll also find a lot of things that talk about 7 stages and 8 stages and all these little bells and whistles that really are only designed to separate you from more of your money. Because once the water goes through the membrane, there's not a lot left that needs to be done to it. These things are super effective at taking out even the smallest, most difficult particles, including some bacteria and the viruses and things that we talk about. So unless you're on horrible, horrible water that's not safe to drink, period, you really don't need anything else besides some basic filtration to protect the membrane, and then of course minerals to make it healthy for you as well. So we've gone through the sediment cartridge, the water jumps over, and now it runs into our carbon cartridge. This is specifically designed carbon to take care of chloramines. Not everybody in the United States or around the world has chloramines in their water, but it's becoming more and more popular. And the problem with it from the consumer standpoint is it's a lot harder to filter out. From the water company's side of things, it's more affordable, it lasts longer, it performs better for them, but it's just more difficult for us to filter out. The standard activated carbons will not remove it. And if you don't remove it, the downside or the downstream risk is that it will eat the membrane. Really it does. It eats rubber, plastic, membranes, all sorts of stuff. It'll just degrade those down over time. And if you don't eliminate it with the right carbon, then your membrane becomes worthless and you have an RO system that isn't performing like an RO system should. So specifically designed carbon to take out the chloramines. Everybody gets it. It's standard. That we don't have to worry about asking, is it in your water, is it not? You don't have to worry about trying to figure that out. We just get rid of it, period, and be done with it. And once it leaves the carbon cartridge, now it jumps over to the membrane. And this is where the bulk of the filtration happens. This is what, well, think of it like a really tightly woven or tightly rolled cigar. And because it's so tightly rolled, It's not porous at all, really. It's microscopic level of particles can get through the membrane. Really nothing that we have to worry about does. Even difficult things like fluoride and those types of things that so many people are concerned about, the membrane stops. It's the only way to stop those things, actually. So when the water hits here, the stuff that cigar is filtering out goes down through the bottom and out the waistline. This is where your toxins will flow. This is the dirty water, what's called the brine. And that'll leave the system and go out through your waistline. The clean water will then jump over into the minerals, and then it will seep its way through the minerals. These are specifically designed for our system. It's like our secret sauce, if you will. And these are set up to be hard ceramic, big pieces, big chunks, so that they break down slowly over time. You want something that gives you a kind of a gradual slow down in performance, not something that just drops off a cliff like so many mineralization cartridges do in the RO world. So this is meant to last a long time. It's meant to just time-lapse, release, and give you a good sustained performance over the long term. RO water is very aggressive, and so if you don't use the right type of minerals, you can really deplete that cartridge out quick, which then can lead to all the things you read about not having too many minerals in your water and kidney stones and all the stuff that's out there on the web now. We've taken care of that by using the right blend of minerals and the right form of minerals. And then one last thing to show you here on the back. Flip this around. You can see on the side here, this is what we call our water optimizer. This essentially fools the system into thinking the tank is always empty. That's the layman's way to explain this. An empty tank receives water much, much faster and much simpler than a tank, a storage tank that comes with this, would. If it was full, or getting fuller, it has a hard time pushing water into that space because the space is getting smaller. If you can make the system think it's always empty, the water flows in very, very quickly. And so this optimizer on the back means this is the most efficient RO system you can find. There's a lot of concern out there about wastewater, how much water these things will waste based on how much you can actually then drink. Was it a 3-to-1 ratio, or a 10-to-1, or a 20-to-1? It's hard to predict that because it's so unique based on your source water. But when you have one of these on, you know that whatever your ratio is going to be, this can make it up to 80 times more efficient. That means you're going to waste a lot less water, and it means your storage tank is going to fill a lot faster as well. You don't have to worry about running out of water. So this ties in right between the membrane and the mix, the mineral mix, and the water kind of flows through here. You'll be able to follow the tubes on your own system, but essentially this is just kind of pushing the water through the mix into the tank first, instead of going out the membrane first, or out the waistline first. And from here you have two lines coming off. One will go to the tank where the water is stored, so it's always on demand when you need it. The other will come off the tank up to your faucet. You get a nice chrome stainless faucet, and that'll slap on the top of your sink, and away you go. And everything that we have is a common question: is it BPA free? Is it lead free? Yes, it has all the NSF certifications that you'd want to find. Totally safe, and then we know for sure that it's clean. It's healthy because it has the minerals, the hydration benefits, and all that. And the maintenance piece is a cinch as well, because you can just twist these off and put the new ones on. So hopefully this helps get an idea of what the MAXX is. Like I said, this is our most preferred product. It's the one we recommend the most. And if you have any questions that this didn't answer, stay tuned for the other versions of videos.